2025 will always be remembered, not only for Albania but also for Kosova, for reaching for the first time in Albanian football history, the first time in the World Cup playoff. Now, of course, for Kosova is a huge achievement, but also for Albania is a huge achievement as well. So that's why I'm gonna talk about in this video, talking about the qualifiers, how the both of the teams have performed, and also for the playoffs that have been revealed since the draw happened on the 20th of November. So if you guys are new, subscribe to the channel, and like and share with your friends. We are currently at 89 subscribers, so let's reach 100 subscribers by the end of this year. So without further ado, let's let's have a look at the qualifier groups for both of our teams. Let's start. I'm gonna start off with Kosova. Um, to be honest, Kosova deserve a 10 out of 10 for these qualifiers. Like simple. They reached second place in a tough group. In a tough group, sorry, like Switzerland, Slovenia, and Sweden. They started off with a 4-0 awful loss against Switzerland because of Foda's terrible mistake in terms of tactics and the game plan. But then after that game, Kosovo got 2 wins against Sweden, 1 draw, and 1 win against Slovenia. And then at the final match against Switzerland, they got 1 point. So Kosovo straight 10 out of 10. The team, also the new additions of Don Abdullah, Albian Aydari from Switzerland, especially Albian Aydari. That guy is a beast in Kosovo's defense. And also Bildin Hoxha. But the player who is, getting the most attention is, of course, Fisnik Aslani, who Barcelona and Bayern Munich are interested for him because of his performances, not only for Hoffenheim but also for Kosova. Like the guy is a pure good striker. Like of course, when summer comes and if he does very well in these playoffs for Kosova, big teams are gonna be competing. Who gets Fisnik Aslani? So overall, Kosovo 10 out of 10 for the campaign and everything. Now let's talk about our national team. Now we handed the group of complete the level of difficultness, and it was a very tough group. Like not only our enemies who were our direct rivals for the second place, because of course England were gonna finish first and completely unbeaten and 0 goals conceded, and but also Latvia and Andorra were very tough, especially Latvia. Uh, like that game in Riga still was a poor performance by Albania overall, and then we had to win against Latvia at our home, also against Andorra, not only at home 3-0, but also away at Andorra. It wasn't easy, and it only needed to be Aslani to score in the 67th minute, I believe, or you know, the last 30 minutes of the game to literally put us officially the first ever team to literally be in the playoffs for the first ever time in Albanian football's history. But also that win at Serbia away in Leskovts, 1-0 thanks to Ray Manaj, in which in Tirana, if he scored that penalty, we could have been 6 points against Serbia and literally be comfortable in the second place. But Petrovic knew where he was going to shoot. But of course, we were better than Serbia during that game. But in Leskovts, we managed that game very well. And we won that game 1-0. Thanks to Ray Manaj's good volley goal and redemption for what happened in Tirana. The amount of criticism were insane. I even criticized him as well. But yeah, he got the job done. And then we had our final match against England. We lost at Wembley 0-2. And then we lost in Tirana again 2-0. But this time we did a much better performance, like until the last 15 minutes. We had the chances to score with Husay, who was very close. Also, Arbor Hoxha, in which Arbor Hoxha is having the form of his life right now with Dinamo Zagreb, just scoring. And but yeah, man, overall, we did the objective. We reached the objective. We finished second, and we are in the playoffs. So let's go to the playoffs. Now, I'm gonna go one by one. I'm gonna start with Path A before we I say about Albania and Kosova in their respective playoff paths. I'm gonna start with playoff Path A. We have Italy against Northern Ireland. Like Italy, I'm not joking when I say this. Italy have to make it to finally qualify for the World Cup next year. Like if they don't qualify with this path that they have, like Italy should be, reforming. I don't know what reforms they have to be drastic. Because seriously, if Italy don't win against Northern Ireland, just capitalize it completely. Capitalize it completely. But Northern Ireland, they are not an easy team as well because, of course, in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, Northern Ireland hold Italy to a draw, and that made Italy slip from the first position and first place. Sorry, no position. It's okay, anyways. And then Switzerland took advantage of it and they qualified automatically. And then Italy had to suffer not only from Sweden in 2018, but worse from North Macedonia in 2022 World Cup playoffs. So I really want to see Italy take it seriously because it could be devastating for them. So yeah, if Italy do win against Northern Ireland, they're gonna be away with the winner between Wales or Bosnia Herzegovina. Now Wales, they cooked and grilled North Macedonia 7-1. Unbelievable result for Wales, especially of that margin, considering the fact that North Macedonia drew twice against Belgium. But yeah, but then we have Bosnia and Herzegovina, in which they won both of those games against Romania. They were toe to toe against Austria, but then uh, Austria drew 1-1 in the final match day, and Austria qualified for the World Cup since 1998. Bosnia were close, but Bosnia are a very good team. Uh, they do have experience with Edin Dzeko especially, but then you also have the bowlers in the Bosnian team. You have Bayraktarevic, pure bowler. Like the big team should keep an eye on him, and also Benjamin Tahirovic. So yeah, Wales versus Bosnia is going to be very interesting to watch, and also the final of the playoff path A. If it's going to be if Italy, like I said, win against Northern Ireland. So yeah, for sure, playoff path A is gonna be the one to watch for sure. Now we go to the playoff path B, where we are there as well. Ukraine versus Sweden. Now Ukraine, with their ups and downs, like especially drawing against Azerbaijan and narrowly getting a 2-1 win against Azerbaijan. And then they had to face in the last match day against Iceland because they were in risk. If they lost against Iceland, Iceland would be in the second place. But Ukraine won 2-0. Good win for Ukraine. A little bit of, a morale boost. And now they face a very awful and a low morale Sweden. Like I mentioned about, the Group B, Sweden, they had to sack the Danish spy, as they called Thomasson, because, because of the losses, especially against Kosova twice, Switzerland twice, and then not even getting the full out of Slovenia. And now they have Graham Potter. Sure, March is gonna be is a long period. You never know what teams' morales can change rapidly. But yeah, Ukraine and Sweden is gonna be very, very, very good to watch. And whoever wins is going to be the host of the final between Poland and us. Poland, we met again, don't we? Like the last time that we faced Poland was during the Euro 2024 qualifiers in Tirana. One of the most beautiful games that I've ever seen. The long shot goal from an outrageous angle from Yasser Hassan, in which now he's finished. because he's not even preferred by Silvino anymore, and that's why we need a right winger so badly. Like for example, Brian Gruda, in which I don't think he's gonna be picked by Germany. In which it's a good opportunity for Brian Gruda to literally call his head, to literally realize that he's not gonna have any single chances at Germany because of course an upcoming youngster talent like Leonard Karl, in which he plays at Bayern and he does very well, pure baller. But yeah, Brian Gruda should literally call his head and be like, this is a huge opportunity that I don't want to miss. I want to represent my real nation, Albania, and help them. Why not even reach the big dream? So yeah, uh, but also Anis Mehmeti should be picked. The man is having the form of his life with Bristol City. I don't know why Silvino keeps making excuses, saying that, oh, but our left wing position is overcrowded. Like, at least pick Mehmeti as a center attacking midfielder. Like, at least. Because Anis Mehmeti is a must pick for the playoff game against Poland. He's a must pick. So Silvino, call your head and pick Anis Mehmeti for March, please. So yeah, Poland, uh, not convincing, especially they lost to Finland. They conceded in the last match day against Malta. I know some Polish are gonna be like, but that game didn't have any, meaning because of course they were qualified for the playoffs. They had the two draws against Netherlands, so I know for a fact that Warsaw is not going to be easy for us, but you never know. The first ever game for Silvino in charge of our national team was against Poland in Warsaw, and we did very well. Except the fact that we conceded only one goal and we had the chances to equalize the game. But like I said, March is a long period, so you never know what can happen throughout that period. Now we go to Kosovo in playoff path C, where we have Turkey against Romania. Now Turkey definitely should win against Romania, although Romania are not easy at all. Although they didn't had a good qualifiers, they even lost twice against Bosnia, and they're simply there because of the Nations League. They were in Pot 4 together with Sweden, Northern Ireland, and North Macedonia. So Turkey, they should win against Romania. Plus, they play at home, so yeah, Turkey should advance, and they are gonna be away, and the host of the final between Slovakia or Kosovo. Now, Slovakia, don't get me wrong, they should not be underestimated because they did win against Germany, but then they lost to Northern Ireland. They did return the favor to literally win against Northern Ireland to finish second. But Slovakia are gonna have tough, and when I mean tough, real tough against Kosovo, because Kosovo, even at home, even at away, they have shown, especially during these qualifiers, that they are not an easy team. In fact, they are a very, very, very strong team. They showed levels. So Slovakia is definitely gonna have tough, especially with Fistin Kaslani, Vedat Morici, Veldin Hoja, having Adnan Dari, Amir Rahmani, and Ayanet Muric doing very well at Sassuolo. So, so yeah, we have the Path D, where we have Denmark against North Macedonia, Denmark with that last match day against Scotland, and the bottling that they had against Belarus 2-2. Denmark should easily go through against North Macedonia because North Macedonia, like I mentioned with Wales, North Macedonia got cooked and grilled 7-1. I mean, like I said, March could change a lot, but I just really see Denmark going through because now they have to literally qualify through this playoff path. And then we have Czech Republic against Republic of Ireland. Czech Republic, a known opponent for us because obviously we had them in the Euro 2024 qualifiers, but they finished second. Although Faroe Islands were very close to make it, and they won against Czech Republic, and that loss made the Czech FA to literally sack the previous manager. Not a good situation with Czech Republic at all. But then we have Republic of Ireland. Now that those two wins against Portugal and Hungary, especially in the last seconds of the game, thanks to the hero for the Republic of Ireland and the AZ Alkmaar striker Troy Parrott. Like Ireland, they do have the chance to make it, but of course they're gonna be away at Czechia. So for sure, Pav D, especially Czech Republic against Ireland, is gonna be a match to watch for sure. So you never know, guys. March is a long period. Everything can change for every of those nations that are part of the playoffs. So yeah, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you like it, share it, and subscribe. Like I said, I also follow my other socials, including Twitch and Twitter, especially Twitch, in which I stream Football Manager mostly. But yeah, have a good day, everyone, and see you in the next video.